guys, Leo Young here with Impressive Talks and Thoughts episode. I don't know, but it's been a while since I've made one. So here's the deal. I'm going to talk to you, just like it says in the comments in the title below, about my thoughts on the recent news of DC. So if you haven't heard, DC's going through, I wouldn't even say going through, DC is continuing their spree of bad luck with how they do their movies. If you haven't heard the news, Flash lost its director again. What is this, the 5th? 8th? I think it's the 4th. The 4th director they've lost for the Flash movie. Why? Because of creative differences between Warner Brothers itself and the director they hired. I don't really know how they're doing it, and the thing about it is the reason I feel there's an issue is because how it has something to do with TV Flash. You know what I mean? TV Flash has already answered questions. They already have Zoom. There's no real hidden mystery of who Zoom is. They already have Captain Cold. They already have this. If you were going to watch the movie, you've watched the TV show. And I think, I'm just saying because I don't know how the director or the Warner Brothers wants it, but I feel like one of the two wants to basically make the movie just like the show. But the other one wants to make the show different. In fact, I think it's Warner Brothers who wants to make the movie like the show, because from what I've been hearing, the last director wanted to make the movie a little bit darker, which in reality, The Flash is a dark show. A man from the future goes back in time, he stalks Barry as a child, he beats him, he messes with him, he bullies him, and then one day he's like, I'm just going to kill your mom. That's not good. Batman was quick. Superman was quick. Green Lantern was old enough to see it, but someone stalked Barry from a child. A grown man stalked Barry from childhood to kill his mother. That is dark. If that is what the director wanted, let's go with that. Let's go and tell that story. That Barry is a bright hero. His story isn't. Wally, on the other hand, Wally is a stress story. I'm not going to get into that. But all this news about DC and its problems, I believe, comes from the fact that it's the live action and movie universe. I can go off and tell you all my problems I personally see with the fact that DC has 2 separate animated universes, live action, a cartoon connected to the live action, and movies. Alright, I can go on for hours and explain that, and you can't even, the last time something like this happened, a crisis event of infinite proportions on different world. Crisis of Infinite Earth. I'm sorry, I can't really figure out a way to say it. That was DC's answer. That was DC's response to it all. And now I'm hearing news, a lot of news, especially from, I wouldn't even say one person, from everybody, that Ben Affleck is tired of what he's doing. Alright, so I'm going to go back. I read, seen, heard, looked it up, everything. Geoff Johns has been removed from, I don't know if it's just Batman or all DC movies, but Geoff Johns is the creative director of DC Universe Online. Not even that, he's the chief creative director. He's the CCO. He's in charge of everything creative. Exactly. He's the director of everything creative in DC. But what you're telling me is, when it comes to movies, Geoff Johns is no longer a part of it. So what the hell is that all about? Why is Geoff Johns, in my opinion, and no offense to all the other writers out there, not all of them, Frank Miller had some hits and some misses, but Geoff Johns is the reason a lot of these characters are the way they are. He's the reason Barry Allen is such a high respected name. Flash Rebirth. Go read it. I'll probably put a link down in the description below or something for Amazon. But Geoff Johns is, in my opinion, the man. I idolize his storytelling abilities because he's the guy who makes these characters important. So the fact that the Warner Brothers executives say, hey, listen, you have no clue what's going on. We make movies, or something like that. We know what's going on. We know what direction we want for the movies. Go deal with your comic books that are probably going to die off one day. We're going to sit here and continue trying to make money. And I sit there and I'm like, make money? From who? Everyone since Man of Steel, everyone's had like different views of DC because in the comic book universe, and this is why we gave them a chance. In the comic book universe, we saw DC and we're like, okay, they're making a reboot. Every time they make a reboot, except for New 52, it's good. So we'll trust them. Man of Steel came out. Man of Steel was okay. People talk about the General Zod death scene. I'm like, all right, you know what? I don't have a problem with that. Until I find out that the director himself, I don't remember who, someone high up in that movie wanted to not put that in. They were like, listen, I don't want Superman snapping Zod's neck. And Snyder went like, yeah, no, we're snapping his neck like a Kit Kat. And I was like, whoa, hold up, wait, what? So you're telling me that, what? So the bad decision made was by Snyder. Again, later on, he goes off to direct. I don't remember who the hell's directing these movies anymore. All I know is when Batman v Superman came out. Okay, let's look at it like this. It was Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, and what was the other one? Suicide Squad. So we have those three movies. Man of Steel, it was a good movie. It did okay. Suicide Squad, I don't know why they made that movie. Like, just look at it in the distance. Why would you make a movie about the supervillains? Like, I can understand. It's like, oh, we just wanted to make a movie about supervillains so we can use them later on. That's great, but don't you think it would have been more interesting if, like, you know, these supervillains were known for fighting on their own and all of a sudden you throw them in a team? You know what I mean? Because now it's like, the Killer Croc we get now knows what it's like to work with people. I don't think we're going to get the same animalistic, angry Killer Croc that's been in the comics, that's been in Batman Arkham. I just want everyone to know he was like that in the comics first, then went to Arkham. So, I know I'm getting off track here, but the Warner Brothers executives removing Geoff Johns, the creative prince, king maybe, of DC Comics. Horrible decision. So horrible now that we're hearing rumors and stories of Ben Affleck wanting to leave DC. I burped. To quit directing Batman. Like, he was like, hey, two separate messages were being told when Batman was being made. Message one was, hey, listen, okay, I'm going to talk about Warner Brothers. Oh no, there's no bad vibes going on with the Batman movie. It's almost completed. We're about to start production and filming. Ben Affleck's side is like, I'm not filming until I'm ready. I'm not filming until this script is ready. It ain't ready. Give it a bit, Warner Brothers. I'll be done within the year. But Warner Brothers is over here trying to speed things up, trying to add more to it, and it's just like, Ben Affleck is such a high-priced performer. He's an actor. He's a director. He's a great man. He did great as Batman, and that's great. And the fact that they even gave him the chance to direct the Batman movie, like, he's like, I'm Batman. I should be able to direct my own movie because I've shown you I know how to direct. I've shown you I know how to be Batman. I've shown you I know how to be Bruce Wayne. So I can direct my movies, and I promise it won't affect anything else. And Warner Brothers is like, no, you'll direct your movies, but you only do what we tell you. And Ben was like, nah, homie, I ain't had none, man. Yeah. So he dipped. Not dip. Like, he's still Batman, but it's like, I'm hearing rumors nowadays that in the last couple hours, that he wants to quit DC, quit being Batman. And that's horrible, because when did we learn he was going to be Batman? On Jimmy Kimmel? It was on a late night show or something, I just remember the night that they said Ben Affleck would be Batman. And everyone had completely different reactions. Some were like, oh my god, why DC, this is stupid. And some were like, oh, this is great. But the funny part is, I know I'm going off topic again. The funny part is, a lot of people were like, he's going to be horrible because he was Daredevil. And in my mind, I'm like, that was in 2004. I just want to, like, make it obvious. It's like, maybe not even then. Maybe that movie got finished 2 years before and they were just making it. All I know was I can't compare Batman and freaking Daredevil because they ain't the same. So, haha. Now, if you said Nightwing and Daredevil, I don't know. okay, well, I guess I see a little bit of similarity there. You know, the red and the black and the red and the black and the red and the blue and the blue and the black and the trauma sticks. But back to the main topic. I love to go off topic because it just like brings ideas up for other Talks and Thought episodes. But back to the main topic is like Ben Affleck wasn't the main dude. He comes up in the movies, everyone was like, Ben Affleck killed the game. Henry Cavill was a horrible Superman. I was like, alright, that's great. That's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about these directors and these issues that was going on with the DC executive board, I guess. It's like, hold on. I swear I keep hearing people walk around. Sorry about that. Whenever someone walks by, I kind of freak out because I don't like them hearing my opinions unless it's on the internet. But like I was saying, it's like, it's not the actors, it's the board, it's the directors, it's every one of them. Henry Cavill isn't a bad Superman. The Superman that they wrote is a quote-unquote bad Superman. The stories that are written are bad. The producers, the directors, but the thing is, they all follow a certain, I don't know how to explain it, formula. Alright, I don't want to compare them to Marvel. I don't want to compare them how they do Marvel, but, and this is going all the way back to the beginning of this video, like I said, I believe that every problem with DC lies with the fact that they have multiple media universes for their characters. And it's actually starting to show. But I'm guessing this is a long video, so I'm going to cut it short here and do part 2 later. Anyways, I do hope you enjoy. I hope you found this informative. If you didn't really know about the news, then this is your impressive news. Anyways, I'm Leo Young, and I will see you in the next one.